professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. Just look at the thumbnail, man. That's a picture of a guy this past weekend, but the video is gonna come out later. Of a guy who was at the LSU Southern game, and he walked his behind right on the field like nothing. Like, I'm gonna just get a close up of the game. Wow, that was a good play. That was a good job. And the police like yelled at him, hey, and he like, so I'm coaching right now. I'm coaching. It's really good. And he got arrested and drug out or whatever. But he looks like he's Indian. He's either Indian or Hispanic, But me, I'm like, if you look white from afar, this is the type of stuff you can get away with. Like, how do you get there to just walk up on the field? Like, this is, white people do this all the time. Or people who look white from afar do this all the time. And what's interesting about this to me is this spills over into society, business, crime. And I'm going to make this a reference so people can understand it in this way. People say, art imitates life and life imitates art. And if you look at the art, and let's just use, business and criminality together. If you see somebody white in a movie or television show, when they're doing unethical or immoral things, it's like you can create a whole show, a whole season, a whole series on just getting away with stuff. And it's like, that show couldn't happen if it was black, because somebody's going to jail. Somebody's getting killed. This just can't happen. Dexter was a police officer, serial killer, at the scene of every one of the crimes, and nobody put it together, and everybody was coming up missing. And his girlfriend wound up being a cop, and she was with it. Like, if you ever watch Fargo, not Fargo. Oh, shoot. What is the one that I saw on Ozark? Like, just criminals. You ever watch Breaking Bad? Just criminals. Have you ever watched Billions? Criminals. Wolf of Wall Street. What was the movie? The Big Short. Like, James Bond. Like, look at the type of things. Like, you got to look a certain way to get away with all that stuff. There's no way. And Fargo is also, like, Fargo's, I think that's the last season with Chris Rock was in it. There was a scene in there that I talked about before where the blacks and I want to say the Italians came together and had a truce. But it's like all these truces wound up in a war, so it looked dumb anyways. But the Italian guy got all of the black gangsters arrested to send a message to the leader, which was Chris Rock. But he went to the police station, and they let him go into the cell, and he gave them his speech about, America. Like, listen, the underdog story, to being a crime boss and a crime family and doing the dirty stuff to get ahead in America. Everybody in America can do it, but not y'all. Not you. See, we could do it, and it's just part of America. It's a feel good story at the end, but not you. You can't do that. And people don't realize, because even when they talk about crime and what about violence and this crime and that crime, and it's like, yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. But the issue for us is, how come y'all don't really catch none of y'all criminals? Y'all got criminals so bad they could get locked up, released, and then ambush cops. They can, you know, be drug dealers and then come back and be business owners. You know, no big deal. Like, you know, same thing with Snowfall, or I forgot, Blow, you know, or I forgot the other movies. It's not the one with Tom Cruise. You know, hey, we can just do whatever we want. Hey, you know, it's like, yo, you gotta look a certain way to be able to get away with this type of stuff. And like I said, the guy at the game looks like, you know, to me he might be Indian, maybe Middle Eastern, Hispanic. But as long as you look white from afar, white people just let it slide until they figure out till you really not white. That's why they always try to get mad at Jewish people, but you knew they was white, so stop playing. But this Jewish, that's a religion, that's not a race. Cut it out. You don't like his religion after the fact, but basically it's the same religion that you got. It makes no sense. You know, Christianity is the child of Judaism, so it's the same thing. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.